just think you put extra impetus and extra importance on the game, and when you do that, sometimes you go away from what you do naturally and what comes easy.
30 minutes gone by here. Galaxy, Sporting KC, Western Conference Showdown. Here on Apple TV. Waiting the breakthrough. Fans getting impatient on the Kansas City throw. Into the waiting arms of Injanish.
The problem that both teams are having at the moment, players that are on the field, they've got some pace, but it's not two teams that are less.
Oh, there we go again, and welcome to MoFutbol, where we just talk soccer every day, and I just happen to want to talk about soccer, and as we all know, we're here to watch LAFC versus San Luis City SC. They're in California. We're here at 9:30. Most likely the game is going to be at 1:45 or something. And we're just here waiting to see which CDSC we're going to see. We've seen the lineup. People are talking about the lineup. My biggest question now to all of you folks is, how do you guys feel about, one, the lineup, and two, how do you feel about, we'll say, how do you feel about the game that's about to happen? Is City's going to not do so well? Are they going to do well? My biggest question is now seeing the roster from LAFC, knowing that they've also played many games and they still have to play CCC again over the week. Biggest question is what that lineup is going to look like, because that's going to be quite interesting. But for us on our side, our biggest question is, how we feeling? Because I know on my side, I have mixed emotions at this moment. Not really sure what kind of team we're going to see. And there's my countrymen, as we all know, Loris on there, and Raposo. I would say, just looking at the possible lineup, you can tell that maybe there's a chance, but we all know that there's this guy here and that guy here that City and Element will definitely have to shut down. And third, so now let's see, who do we have? So it says Betcher, Hardle, Turco, which he performed pretty well for us. Last game he just could not finish. And then Santo, Durkin, Alderman, Wallen, Polvaras, Barbargo, and Orozco, and the man of the hour, Berkey. So it looks like at least there was a few people that were questioning, why are we still having the same lineup? in previous years, the question was, why do we always have a different lineup? But now we have the same one, and the discussion is, why do we have the same lineup? So my takeaway also is that maybe it's that we have a few injuries from the guys that most likely will be starters. Tuchel still have to find, his footing. Unfortunately for Leuven, unavailable, family business, so we'll leave it at that. But now the big nice part is, what is going to happen? How well City will play, how well LAFC will play. Will they be more, we'll say, settled, more calm because they just want to endure the game and find themselves for the CCC tournament? Or they will be going, excuse my French, balls to the wall. But for those of you that have joined me so far, go ahead and put in the comments below who you are, who you're rooting for. And if you feel a little more adventurous, go ahead and let me know in the comments, what do you think the score is going to be like? Which is the very tricky part of it, is, will City score? Who will score? As I'm actually watching our former player Klaus doing his thing. So just come hang out. Tell me a little bit of what are you guys expecting, what you like to see. And if you stay put towards the end of this live stream, there's a few housekeeping business that we have to take care of. So you do not want to miss that part. But with that said, I'm waiting for you folks. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Who are you? Are you going to stay up late for the entire game? If we go down a little bit, well, you go to bed. It's going to be quite interesting. So once again, if you just joined me, comment below. What do you think the score is going to be? If LAFC is going to maybe not go so hot because of the CCC comeback they have to make? Or City will just wake up and show what they're capable of. And it's a homecoming for Mamadou Make. And looks like our foes on the West almost scored, but they didn't, which is good. Yeah. And, Jevelic almost scored. Almost. So I'm doing a little bit of hate watch at the same time, it's part of the circle. So I think the other question that we have is, we are away. Jerseys are now black and gold. So I'm interesting to see what LAFC is going to have. Hey, of course we got to root for St. Louis. And wow, you've been watching MLS games since noon. Hey, that just means that you love soccer that much. I can't be mad at you. I've watched a few games here and there, but I'm also coaching myself, so that means I have to go and pay attention to the kids that I'm coaching at the same time. But hey, I'm hoping one of these days I can watch from noon till, what, it's going to be almost from noon to 11:30 Central Time. So I'm not mad at it. All right, so let's see. Your score is going to be 3-1 LAFC. You know what? It's not that harsh of a prediction. I wouldn't be surprised if it happens. I think my prediction was 2-1 LAFC. But the one thing I'm doing at the moment is maybe a little bit of reverse psychology. So I've always put City win no matter what. But this time I want to put it the other way around. And hopefully things will work out in my favor. But yeah, you know, as we all as you all know, in sports, we're all crazy. You are lucky. My kids aren't that grown just yet. Maybe two out of the other five, but I'm oh, I'm waiting. I am waiting for that, and it looks like Silverlake just scored, I guess, his own club for the team in blue from the West. So things just got a lot more interesting. This guy's that that Jovelis is guy is something else, and it's definitely a player that when he comes to town or when we go to Kansas City, we have to keep an eye on him because this is ridiculous. He turned them like nothing. Yeah, man. All right, so if Kansas City can score, that means St. Louis can score. That's the way I see it, and that's how it should be at all time. But also, if I were to ask you, I guess like seeing this lineup here at this moment, you know, Bartrell, Hartle, Tuchel, how confident are you with this lineup? All right, so it looks like the hate watch is not working as well at this moment because Kansas City is winning now. So you know how it goes. And so I guess since you've been watching the whole day of MLS, what game has surprised you the most so far when it comes to what just happened? Because right now I can see that Philadelphia is not playing so well. The West has undefeated teams, which it's not good for us because that means that it is stronger. That means more work for City to do what they can. Yeah, it's getting good. And like my previous video as well, we know that Mike is going back to LA. Homecoming for him. And I think as well, Dame has also has some history with, no, that was with Galaxy. So he's going back to California for good. All right. Oh, I saw some St. Louis flags over there. All right, looks like they're showing the youngin from Millie. Yeah, it looks like Miami is one of those up and down teams that wouldn't be surprise you too much if they're able to play or not. And still trying to figure out themselves. Wow, and it looks like, yeah, it looks like it's sort of a heavy switch other than Belonga and then Sun. And it looks like LAFC is doing a 4-2-3-1. All right. All right, so there's the captain here, Roman Berkey. All right, just like pretty much we predicted on here. Yep, Santos, there. Oh, Warman. Okay. Yep, so it looks like FODMOB has it exactly. And then we have Simon Bircher. Yeah, so let's see what he can do. And I'm definitely surprised that Cordova is not getting a chance just yet to as a starter. Maybe it's because he hasn't played as much just yet, or pretty much what Dame has also said, that he's trying to keep everything a little bit more consistent. So maybe that's what's happening in this moment. Oh, these people keep reminding us that St. Louis is still so it looks like it's both black and gold, but we have the gold and black, and LAFC has the black and gold. So it looks like we're still yeah, and we definitely have a very bad record. Very bad record. 4 losses, 2 draws, and 0 wins. You know, it's the reality of we have not done so well. And as you can see, also the odds, how you will call it, also not showing so well. So top goal scorer Martinez Harto. He has more goals than Harto, which is so it's interesting to see what is going to lead us to this game. But I look forward to it, and who knows, St. Louis might just surprise us and bring this game upside down, and less people would be talking, which I definitely look forward to. All right. All right, let's see if we can get ourselves back into. All right, for those of you that are just joining me at this moment, go ahead in the comments below. Let me know where you're watching the game from, where you're watching this stream from, and what do you guys think of what this game might look like? How are you looking about a huge upset today? Not so much of an upset. Who knows? But this is also St. Louis, so full of surprises every single day. I would be surprised if they could bring us a result, but I wouldn't be surprised as well if they can get us a result today. And in MLS fashion, the game's supposed to start at 9:30. It's 7 after, but we've seen worse before. Alright, we're still on commercial, so hopefully everybody's in good spirits, ready to cry, laugh, jump, smile, all the above. Because soccer is a brutal sport, and you can be in a high so quickly, but yet you can also drop extremely, extremely fast. Alright, so we're still stuck on these commercials. And also to let everybody know, we are also on YouTube. And I totally agree. So I was actually a little surprised when I saw that they had Buonga. I would have expected them to maybe try to save them for the other games, but I'm not going to complain about it. So maybe they just want to give him a start of the game and then maybe take him out much earlier. Who knows? They could be tired too. So it's time for St. Louis to kind of take advantage of that opportunity and strike when it's hot or when they aren't. All right, so we're getting ready to kick off. Man, 14.2% that St. Louis might win. All right, so we're getting there. Oh, what do they have to remind us of all of these? That's a black and gold versus gold and black. Let's see. Let's see what St. Louis can do. All right. All right, so here we go. Alright, so we got kickoff here. So let's see what LOS got for us. Let's see. Alright, looks like it's LAFC still having a little bit of that press. Oh, how it. I don't know if it was a tackle or he slipped, but really. And then looks like LAFC right now they're going hot. Doesn't even look like a team that played CCC earlier. What the heck? Like what? All ball. That was all ball. Man, that's way too early. That was way too close for comfort. Man, what is happening here? Looks like LA came to play and St. Louis is still trying to react. Alright, let's see. Alright, so now City has the ball a little bit. Let's see what they can cook. Oh, that was quick. All right, let's see a little bit of that press here. Oh, that's a foul right there, right? Wait, what? How did that come the other way? How is it? How was... Yeah, that's the foul right there on Durkin. That was a free kick. Oh, that was stupid. Yeah, that was an awful call. Oh, Palma. Timo. It looks like almost 5 minutes into it, and not much to write home about. It looks like City just slowing it down a little bit, trying to figure out what they're doing. There you go. Let's see. Come on. This cross is. Come on! Hold it down. Hold it down. Hold it down. Oh, man. That was that was definitely more promising. I can't. Alright, we're getting a little quiet here, chat. Come on, let's stock it up a little bit. I know we're 6 minutes into it. LAFC has been a little bit more dangerous, but City has definitely kind of recovered quite quickly. Ooh, come on. Alright. Alright, everybody out. Yeah. Oh, there's the switch up.